Hi, welcome to Foundational Healing. I am Abigail Sapir, joining you from Israel, and I am excited to explore natural healing with this global community. Again, our bodies are so amazing, and they are designed to heal themselves when they're given the right support. So, in this series, we discover how to create balance and well being through essential oils, holistic tools, bioavailable supplements, and nutrient rich foods. And we also learn the importance of our environment and how to create a supportive environment for our wellness journey. So there's multiple ways you can benefit from this course. You can explore the individual modules at your own pace, or you can complete the full course either in the group setting or independently. And you can earn your foundational healing practitioner certification if you like. So if you want more information about that, please contact whoever invited you to this class, or the team email at the end, and we will gladly get you set up with that. So let's begin this journey to vibrant health together. Now, as part of the Naturally Rooted Wellness team, we are thrilled to share this information with you in a way that's both clear and impactful. And our hope is that it will be practical and inspiring and guiding you as you continue your wellness journey. Now, while modern medicine certainly does have its place in supporting our health, nature provides incredible tools to help restore balance to the body. And we want to be clear in this series that it's not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any conditions. What it's designed to do is empower you with knowledge and offer you support options to support your health in a holistic ways. So, throughout this journey, we'll explore how our bodies function, we'll uncover ways to support their natural processes, and identify the factors that might be holding us back from optimal well being. And we also recognize the deep connection between physical health, emotional balance, and spiritual harmony. So, by empowering each other and ourselves, and then each other, I guess, we can achieve true holistic wellness. So, thank you again for being here. And we look forward to taking this next step towards greater health together and hopefully seeing you at one of our team functions. Now, our team works for this incredible company that we so love. We really, really love this company, doTERRA. And doTERRA means gift of the earth, which natural healing solutions truly and only always are from the earth, not from a lab. So doTERRA is not just a company, it's actually really kind of a movement, and they're dedicated to making a positive impact on the world. And this is one of their core values. Their commitment to high ethical standards and integrity is just unmatched in the industry. And with their focus on purity and quality and sustainability, doTERRA sets the bar for essential oil companies and ensures every product meets the highest levels of excellence. But it doesn't really stop there, actually. doTERRA's philanthropic efforts are extraordinary. Through their Healing Hands Foundation, they've raised millions for global humanitarian projects. From providing clean water to empowering communities in need, and they even offer direct support to farmers and growers and their communities and families when needed to ensure the fair trade practices and the long term sustainability for their local economies. It's just amazing. And I've never seen a company with this kind of mission and practical application. So, just to clarify, we don't claim that food, plants, or natural medicine can cure imbalances. Nature provides these tools to support the body's remarkable ability to heal itself. So, if you're experiencing discomfort, it may be a sign of imbalance, and our goal is to help restore that balance through education and practical solutions. Ultimately, the body has to heal itself, and our role is just to offer the support and consistency and environment and tools and information that it needs in order to rebalance itself. Does that make sense? So let's get into Module 7, Whole Food Supplements and Diet for Healing. So let's dive right into what whole food supplements are. Now, these supplements come from real, unprocessed food sources, and they contain naturally occurring vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and phytonutrients. So, what's the difference between whole food and synthetic supplements? Whole food supplements retain the natural synergy of nutrients, meaning they work together in a way that's more bioavailable to the body. On the other hand, synthetic supplements are often isolated, which means they can really be limited in their effectiveness. And sometimes, as well, the anything that's synthetic is not truly bioavailable to the body. It kind of tricks the body into thinking it's getting the real thing, but then the organs and the body in general can't really use all of the synthetic parts. So there's a lot of waste and a lot of confusion in the body as well. So it actually helps our body to trust us more, and to be more clear and feel stable and secure when we give it real things. So purity on every level is absolutely vital for balance and good health, whether we're talking mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical. So, take vitamin C, for example. When you get it from an orange, you're also getting bioflavonoids, fiber, and lots of other beneficial compounds. But synthetic vitamin C, ascorbic acid, is isolated, and so it misses all of those supportive nutrients. And the other thing is when we take synthetic supplements or even drugs, they always come with side effects, possible side effects. I have to say that, right? Possible side effects, because there's not one person that gets all of the side effects, but normally there are side effects that you're going to feel whether you know it or not. So the real advantage to the body is when it has something that's real and alive and as pure as possible. Whole food supplements are essential for healing because of the nutrient deficiencies we face due to our modern diets. Soil depletion has led to nutrient poor foods, and processed foods just strip away the essential vitamins and minerals our body needs. And this is where supplementation comes in. So, nutrients play a critical role in our healing. And for example, vitamin A supports immune function and skin regeneration. Vitamin B helps manage stress and support the nervous systems. Well, there's more than one vitamin B, right? All the vitamin Bs do that. And magnesium is absolutely key for muscle relaxation, nervous system balance, and cellular repair. Zinc, vital for wound healing and immune defense. And omega 3s reduce our inflammation and support our brain and joint health. So that is why whole food supplements are essential for healing. Why do doTERRA supplements present as superior in sourcing and purity? Well, doTERRA supplements stand out because of their commitment to sourcing and purity. That's why. They source their ingredients from nutrient-rich regions, mostly from indigenous regions, either indigenous or naturally growing. So it always has their original environment, and which this also helps to ensure a high potency. And of course, our supplements never include synthetic fillers, additives, artificial preservatives. And so they're completely as bioavailable as humanly possible. These supplements are formulated for maximum efficiency and absorption. For example, Helted minerals are used for better absorption, and essential oils are infused to enhance cellular uptake and to preserve the integrity of all of this natural ingredients. So some key doTERRA supplements include, but are not limited to, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We call it LLV for short, which is a fundamental trio and provides whole food vitamins, omega 3s, and cellular energy support. Now, Terrazyme is a digestive enzyme blend that enhances our nutrient absorption. And of course, PB Assist, PB Restore is the probiotic formula that supports gut health and which is crucial for immune function and digestion. So, I want to give you an activity challenge. Supplement awareness and personalization. So, challenge number 1 this week, try to take 10 to 15 minutes every day to reflect on your supplement routine and how it supports your overall health. The goal would be to identify potential gaps in your nutrition and just personalize your supplement plan for optimal well being. Now, daily reflection is very important. So, things that you can ask yourself and write in your journal is what supplements am I currently taking and am I doing it consistently? Do I take them every day? Do I take them at different times? Am I always taking them with meals, etc.? How do I feel before and after taking them? More energy, better focus, my digestion's improved, my mood is lifted, etc. Have I experienced fatigue, brain fog, slow healing, or other signs of nutrient deficiencies? And so, a follow up to that question would be what whole foods could I incorporate to complement my supplement routine? Another question you could ask would, are there any supplements that I may need to add or adjust based on my body's signals? Now, paying attention to our body's signals, super important because our body will always tell us what's up and what's coming, what's happening. If there's a little bit of imbalance, our body says so immediately. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is we forgot how to listen to our body and how to read those signals. And so by the time we feel something or we notice something really wrong, the problem has usually been going on for so long that the symptom we're feeling is often from a chronic issue, or at least something that's not just surface anymore. For example, take psoriasis. Psoriasis isn't just something that happens in a fully balanced body. This happens over time, and it's related to stress, and it's related to eating habits. It's related to pH balance and microbiome health and digestion health, and so many things go into this, as well as skin and hair health. So by the time we see something wrong, it's often a big fix. So one of our goals is to, as we continue in this wellness journey, we go in circles, but we're going in circles in a spiral always. We're going spiraling up or we're spiraling down. So we want that spiral to obviously go up and up. And as we come around to, okay, so let's say every year you get a cold in the wintertime. So this year you get a cold and you start taking natural supplements and you feel better. You get better faster than you did the year before. And you're like, okay, this is cool. Now, the trick is though, to journal about it. When did I notice that I wasn't feeling well? So you might be able to, this year, you journal it and you might be able to say, well, I noticed because I started sneezing and I just couldn't stop sneezing. Or I woke up one morning with a terrible sore throat. Okay, so you write those things down. Now, next year, you're like, okay, now usually I have a cold every year. So let me check my notes from last year and just see. I want to try and find the body signal before that sore throat or before the sneezing. So, for an example from my own life, I also used to get yearly winter colds. And I was finally able, after a while, to track my body signal back to an itchy nose, not inside, on the outside of my nose, like around the very openings of my nostrils. I would once in a while just itch, 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 and nothing stops it. You don't need to sneeze, nothing. It's just like a feather is tickling the tip of your nose. Now, I've had that in my life before, and my first thought is, oh, this happens sometimes. So annoying. Wonder why it does this. I never thought to ask in my life, really, why does it do this? What is it telling me that I missed? Well, what I finally figured out after, I think it was either 3 or 4 winters, I can't remember how many. Um, I finally realized what it was telling me is upper respiratory infection. Warning, 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 warning. I believe that's my first signal. I haven't been able to identify an earlier signal than that. If I immediately take a combination of my antibiotic oils, um, I never get sick. I never even feel anything after that. I don't get sniffly or sneezy. So, but of course, life is busy and we get distracted and we've got so much on our mind. And while we're learning to simplify and quiet our minds and live in a meditative state, we want to also be able to take care of ourselves. So, whether you've identified your original signals or you're still playing catch up sometimes, it's okay. We've got an oil for that. But not just an oil, also supplements. And the supplements really help to give a very broad spectrum tools and information to the body, as well as creating that environment for healing. So, here's some journal prompts because you want to keep journaling. Always, always journal. Our memories change over time and develop, and the brain can't even tell the difference between deep imagination and intention and physical reality, as we say. So, it's very important to journal. So, a good journal prompt would be, what nutrient gaps might contribute to my current symptoms? Whatever you're noticing from everything you've learned in the course, what might be happening now? Now, these are also things that you can ask your team. You can check in with your doctor if you have a naturopathic doctor to talk to, because most MDs, unfortunately, aren't educated in supplements and nutrients. So that's a different doctor to go to if you want to do that. You can even find online lots of resources to check symptoms. And this is not for diagnosis. This is just for the ability to open our minds up to other possibilities and just kind of take in a more full perspective. We can also ask, what is one supplement or dietary change that I can implement that supports my body better? Or how can I create a routine that ensures that I take my supplements consistently? This is a big one, and everybody is different. So don't get discouraged with this. Just keep trying things until you find something that works, and then write it down. So, bonus challenge research. One key nutrient that you might be deficient in, for example, magnesium or omega 3s, vitamin D, how to explore. No, I want you to explore. I want you to explore how it impacts your body. So try adding a food or a supplement rich in that nutrients this week and then track how you feel. Okay, so to be more clear, sorry. Try to identify a nutrient that you might be deficient in. For example, maybe you have brain fog or you have muscle cramps. Okay, so if it's muscle cramps, you're going to add in the vitamins from the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and you might even add in bone nutrients. So you're going to take your Lifelong Vitality and you add in bone nutrients, and then journal how, and of course your hydration. Make sure you've got good hydration, but then journal, how did that impact your body this week? If you're having brain fog or you're not thinking very clearly, your cognitive function may be a little bit low, experiment with taking some extra omega 3s. When it's natural, It certainly doesn't do your body any harm. And even if it's too much, because you're not overdosing, all the body does is flush out the extra. So you can always try a little bit with natural solutions, especially when you know that you're working with something that's very neutral. So vitamin D as well, if you feel like you're not getting a vitamin D, again, you would take the Lifelong Vitality and maybe even spend some extra time in the sun, because healing and wellness is not all about the supplements and the food and the essential oils or whatever, Bach flowers or whatever other healing modalities we might use. It's also about just our activities during the day, our environment, how much water we're drinking. Do we get time to think? Do we get time to rest, etc.? So try something, journal how it works, and then draw your own conclusions. And always get advice and help when you need it. So, if you would like help in creating a personal supplement assessment worksheet to go with this, let us know. Okay? So, let's talk about inflammation and why it matters. Now, inflammation is a very natural response in the body, and it helps to protect and heal us. However, when it becomes chronic or uncontrolled, it can contribute to various health issues. And you see this very much in children versus adults. When a child has a little, falls and bumps their head or something, you do see an immediate inflammation in the area, and then they heal very quickly, right? But when an adult hurts themselves, they often heal much slower. And so this can be the difference between the natural inflammatory response to protect the injured area and the chronic inflammation that is in the body from multitudes of sources, including stress. So inflammation itself is managed not through medications, but through diet, lifestyle, and supplementation is also essential for maintaining this balance in the body. So I want to give you some signs of chronic inflammation, and you might see something you recognize here. Persistent fatigue. Some call it chronic fatigue. Joint pain or stiffness. Digestive issues. Skin conditions like acne or eczema. Brain fog or mood imbalances. So, what can we do in our diet to support an anti inflammatory environment? So, first, we want to have an anti inflammatory diet. And we have to learn how to do that because most of us did not know what that meant when we first heard it. What an anti inflammatory diet is, it's really a diet that focuses on nutrient dense foods that naturally fight inflammation. So everything written on this slide here in the purple side, now you're like, oh, I should have known, right? Leafy greens, kale, spinach. These are rich in antioxidants and minerals. Broccoli too, Brussels sprouts. Now, we're not talking here about preparation of these foods. And this is more the advanced course, because some greens are more bioavailable steamed, some are more bioavailable raw, and that's important to learn over time. But for the basic information, leafy greens. Next is berries. Now, we don't have a lot of berries in Israel, so if you're in a part of the world where you have easy access to delicious, healthy, juicy berries, please eat a little bit more for us and be so grateful for them. Berries are magical. They're so high in antioxidants and packed with nutrients. They're all basically superfoods compared to what we normally eat. So berries are obviously like blackberries and raspberries and blueberries and all sorts of berries, right? Cranberries. They're also packed with polyphenols that protect our cells. And then we have healthy fats. Now, yes, we really do need fat. Our brain especially needs fat. So those are avocados, real nuts, seeds, not seed oil, olive oil, and coconut oil can be said to be in there. It depends on who you ask. These all help to reduce inflammation and support our brain health. Wild caught fish and omega 3s, salmon. Now, sardines are said to be very high in heavy metals. So I would be very careful about that and make sure that they're actually wild caught. Now, the omega 3 is essential for our joint health and our heart function. So, whether we're eating seafood that's high in omega 3s, or whether we're taking a supplement made from the seafood oil or from vegan sources like algae, it's very important that we get enough omega 3s for our just basic function, brain, heart, joint health, etc. Herbs and spices are also very important. Turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, black pepper. These are all natural anti-inflammatory and immune supportive. Okay. Now, on the other hand, there are foods that promote inflammation. And so we obviously don't want to have any of this in our diet. This is easier said than done. So let's take notes here and write down how many of these are in our regular diet. Processed sugar. That's in most people's regular diet. Sometimes it's only in a coffee. Other times we are eating actually spoons of sugar all over the place every day. It spikes the blood sugar and it causes antioxidant stress. It ages us quickly. Refined grains like white flour, pastries, they're stripped of nutrients and they lead to gut inflammation. So how can we replace those things with yummy alternatives? This is the question. What else is possible? Not, oh no, I can't have my favorite things anymore. That's not a good perspective, because if we come from that place, we're never going to want to give up our deadly poisons. So we have to change our perspective as well. So when you read this list, just have in your mind, okay, so what else is possible? You hear something, oh, okay, so what else is possible that I can like? And just keep that in your mind and ideas will come. Helps to open us up. So industrial seed oils, that's something that most of us are already staying away from, canola and soybean oil. They're very high in omega-6 fats that cause imbalance. So we need less of those, and as well as um, the the fat from these seed oils is just not good for us. We need seeds. It's kind of like when you take when you make a synthetic vitamin and you just take out this one part of the vitamin and develop that and then take that, and you don't have any supportive nutrients to it, like we talked about with vitamin C in the citrus. So seed oil is like that as well. Now, when you think of eating seeds, how many seeds can you eat? Not so many. Okay, maybe if you're Israeli or Middle Eastern or even Mediterranean and you like sunflower seeds, you can go through a whole bag of them. But that doesn't actually end up being so many seeds themselves, right? There's a limit. Now, if you would crush the amount of seeds that you could eat in a day comfortably, if you would crush that all up and take the oil from that, it's going to be way, way, way less than you would ever use in your cooking or your baking. So then you can start to understand that when you extract that from the seed, you have this imbalance of nutrition and it's too much of something. Now, dairy, we say for some individuals, contributes to mucus production and digestive distress. Generally, across the board, cow dairy is not conducive for human consumption. Cows are giant animals and we are not. We're small compared to them. So when we think of like what is an appropriate balanced fat or nutrients to the body, we don't want to take a giant animal and then reduce the nutrients of its body in order to compensate for our smaller stature, right? So, for example, if you were going to eat beef, you would only eat enough for what you need as your individual person. But when we drink cow milk, we're drinking the nutrients of a baby cow who needs that milk to grow up into a big fat cow. So then we strip away nutrients to make it 1%, 2%, so our body can function with it and we don't become a big fat cow. So in this case, it's so much more bioavailable to our bodies to go to something smaller. Now, sheep are small, but have a higher fat content. So you can balance between that and you can see how your body reacts to it. Less lactose, less reactions generally to people who have dairy sensitivities. And excuse me, not cows, but goats. And goats have a much lower fat percentage. So, sheep milk may be really great for a little baby to drink, and goat milk better for an adult, right? And then you don't have to strip away the nutrients in order to make it an appropriate balance for the human. And of course, you can always go vegan. That's fine too. So now mealtime and healing. When are we going to eat and how does that affect our healing? Why would it affect our healing? So meal timing does play a crucial role in supporting the body's natural healing process. And one of the most beneficial practices that we can do is intermittent fasting. Now, before you get scared or upset, all of us practice intermittent fasting. None of us eat 24 hours a day. We always have this period at night where we're sleeping, and that is a fast because we're not eating and hopefully we're not drinking. So when you get up in the morning and you have your first meal of the day, what's it called? Breakfast. But what is that actually? Break the word down. It's actually two words together. And in some countries, they say it more quote unquote correctly, and you understand that they actually have an intentionality and a consciousness that they are breaking their fast. Break fast. So what do we want to break our fast with? We don't want to break it with malnutrient foods. We want to break it with nutrient-rich foods, natural, whole foods, if all possible. Now, intermittent fasting helps to reduce inflammation. It allows the body time to rest from its constant digestion. Did you know that it takes 90% of the body's energy to process and assimilate food? That is, it's not an efficient fuel source. Food is not an efficient fuel source, but we do need it to an extent. We can learn to get other nutrients and regenerate and balancing and charging and energy and satisfaction and comfort from other things, from putting our feet on the bare ground, from grounding. That charges our electrical battery in the body. We can get nutrients, actual nutrients absorbed through our skin from the sun. And it's very important to do that in the morning sunrise and the evening sunset. But also what intermittent fasting does is it supports cellular repair. And that's through a process called autophagy. And this is where the body breaks down and recycles damaged cells. It also balances blood sugar, which is very useful. It helps to stabilize the energy levels throughout the day, and it supports overall health. So in addition to fasting, balancing macronutrients at each meal is really key for stable, sustained energy. And here's how each macronutrient plays a role. Protein. is essential for muscle repair and immune function, and helps the body to recover from stress and injury. Healthy fats like those avocados, the essential oils, and nuts are important for brain health and hormone function and reducing inflammation in the body. We also need carbohydrates, but from whole food sources like quinoa, sweet potatoes, and vegetables, because they provide steady, long lasting energy source without the spikes and crashes that come from refined sugars and processed foods. They're also easier to digest than processed foods. So, when we time our meals thoughtfully and we prioritize good nutrients, we give our bodies the support they need for optimal healing and function. And ideally, what we want to do during the day, as far as intermittent fasting, is we want to have a 16-hour fasting window and an 8-hour eating window. That sounds really easy, doesn't it? That doesn't sound bad at all. But you have to actually look at how many hours you're up during the day and see, make sure, organize your schedule. Look at an ideal day in a 24-hour time period. You want to see that you're getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. So, first, mark out how many hours of sleep you need, and then decide um, at what time you are comfortably able to stop eating during the day. Anytime between, let's say, your bedtime, let's say, is 9 o'clock. So you want to stop eating at least by 5, finished eating by 5 o'clock. That gives your body, and don't eat meat at night. 4 hours should be more than enough time for a healthy body to digest its food so that you can go to sleep with full energy, so that your body has all the energy it needs to reset the systems, heal broken things, and reboot, make more space and clear out old memories. It's just like a computer, okay? And our body needs those updates that happen every night. And the more energy that we're giving to our digestion, the less energy our body has to do those updates. And why was there a saying, um, beauty sleep? I need to get my beauty sleep. You need your beauty sleep. Because sleep does heal us. It allows a healing to happen that cannot happen during the day, a refreshing, a reset. It's exactly what our body and our soul and our mind needs. So we need to honor that and support it and guard it, protect it. Don't let people take it from us. We're in charge. So, but we don't need no more than 9 hours unless someone's sick or it's a child. That's a different thing. So find your amount of hours that you're going to sleep. Let's say your bedtime's 9 and you're going to stop eating by 5 maximum. So then count back 8 hours, right? That would mean you begin eating at 9 o'clock. Now, if 9 o'clock is in the middle of your work morning, you're going to need to switch it, adjust. You're going to adjust your eating clock. So then if you need to eat by 7, then you're going to stop eating at 3. If you need to eat by 6, you're going to stop eating at 2. That's what I like to do. I love eating at 6 because I start work, depending on the day, between 7 and 8. I start working with clients. So if I can have my breakfast at 6, I am set for my intermittent fasting of the day. I am gladly working a full day then, with maybe a little snack in between, and some drinks or a small shake or something. And then my second meal, and I like to eat only 2 meals, is at 2 o'clock, and that's my last meal from the day. And then I'm good to go. That means um, I have a 6-hour break before bedtime of fasting. That is a really good night's sleep for me. Now, some people will say I can't go to sleep without food. Um, this is temporary. It's a misnomer that you can't sleep without food. Your body has a much better sleep, a deeper sleep. All of the body functions, as I explained earlier, happen better in a more efficient and healthier way without any food in the stomach to digest. So if you're getting a headache or a stomach ache from not eating before you go to sleep, eating is not the problem. It can very well likely be food. I mean, my goodness, water. You might be dehydrated, and you might just be toxic. So, if anyone has a problem with that, talk to us about it, and we can help you slowly readjust your body to going to sleep without food in it. It's a slow process, but it's really worth happening, and you're going to have much better sleep as well. So, here's another activity: journaling your exercise. um, well, it's more like it's a food journaling exercise, right? Because we're not talking about exercise here. But what we want to do is analyze our current diet and then highlight foods that either promote or reduce inflammation in our diet, right? And then we want to talk about with ourselves in our journal, what are the changes that we can make this week to reduce the inflammation in our meals? So don't be afraid to write a lot, ask a lot of questions. How did my body feel before and after the changes? Very similar to the supplement journaling exercise, okay? Now, a notebook with tabs in it might be useful for you. Just an idea. So let's go on to part 3. Creating sustainable healing plan and integrating the supplements and diet for long-term healing. How do we integrate these things into our lives? So creating a sustainable healing plan means looking at the bigger picture. And when we're integrating the supplements and diet for long-term healing, we can address the root causes of inflammation and other health issues rather than just simply masking the symptoms. By combining the nutrient-dense foods with right supplements, we support body's natural ability to heal. Supplements fill in the gaps where diet falls short sometimes and provides essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients needed for cellular repair, immune function, and overall well-being. Now, this approach isn't about quick fixes. It's about building a foundation for long-term health, where both diet and supplements work together to create lasting balance and support the body's self-healing capabilities. So here's a daily supplement routine to support your health. In the morning, start with a lifelong vitality pack for full spectrum vitamin boost and your omegas and your antioxidants and your minerals, etc. We want to have the PB Assist probiotics for PB Assist Plus and PB Restore for gut health. We want to have the Mito 2 Max from the MetaPower kit for an energy boost to start our day strong. And this supports our adrenals that get worn out through life. Adrenal glands can only recharge themselves through rest. If you already know you don't get enough rest, then you know you need extra support. Afternoon, take the enzymes, the Terrazyme before your meals to aid in your digestion, omega-3 for brain and joint health. And in the evening, end your day with Adaptive for stress support, Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex for anti-inflammation and pain relief. And of course, you can do all of these things all 3 times a day if needed. Right, our Lifelong Vitality Pack, we're taking morning, early afternoon, and we're taking 3 times a day, and it shouldn't be in the evening. So you've got morning, so and then midday, and then mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon. But we don't want to take it in the evening because then it can give us a little bit too much energy for sleep. Now, we can enhance our nutrition with the doTERRA essential oils. So we can add internally. We can take lemon because that supports detoxification and digestion. We can take grapefruit oil that helps to boost our metabolism. We can take turmeric oil, which offers joint and inflammation support, reduces inflammation, right? And peppermint oil also aids in digestion and boosts energy. So, all of these are great to add into our water bottles or a glass of water or even our shakes. You can add lemon and grapefruit into the shake or have a nice hot chocolate with peppermint in it. Turmeric's a tricky one because that's got a very strong taste, but you can always just take a couple drops under your tongue and chug some water. Or you can put it in a capsule. Any of these oils you can stick in capsules if you don't like the taste. Now we need to create a personalized wellness plan, a personalized meal plan. I'm looking right at the word there. It doesn't say wellness. So to create our personalized meal plan, it's all about making healthy eating work for us, right? We can see those are all the good foods, but now what do I do with them? As my daughter says when she opens the fridge, Ema, there's no food here. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot. No, it's just ingredients. I'm like, yeah, that's what that's what food is. And then what we make with those ingredients are meals or dishes. So here's how to get started. First, we want to identify the anti-inflammatory foods that we actually enjoy. We want to add lots of those into our diets. We don't want to start this wellness journey with stripping ourselves of all the things that we do love and bring us comfort and help us get through the day. That is a plan built to fail, right? Now we've just eliminated all the things that help us feel good and manage stress and deal with whatever is going on in our lives. No. First, add in all the foods, the anti-inflammatory foods that we do enjoy, because that's going to make us even happier, right? And then when we're loving what we eat, it's much easier to stay committed. And so then when we have a diet full of foods that we love that are very healthy, you know what happens? Our body starts to say no thank you to the ingredients that aren't so healthy for us. And then they are naturally eliminated from our diet through simple non-desire. You know how many times I've gone to the store and I like reach for something and I'm like, wow, that's a weird habit. I don't want to buy this. I have no desire. And sometimes I even forget that I really loved it. So don't worry. Keep loving all the foods you love and just start adding in good stuff. And your body takes over. The most important thing is that you're getting stuff that you love, that brings you joy, right? So step 2 is to structure your meals around whole unprocessed ingredients. Focus on real food that nourishes your body. Now there's lots of different kind of diets to do that, and you can do macrobiotics, you can do Vedic, you can do vegan, you can do vegetarian. There's books on making 30-minute meals, there's books on gourmet meals, there's just you can just eat raw, but always make sure that you are getting a balanced diet. So when you're getting into this, look it up. If we're going to have power over our own lives, we have to educate ourselves about what we need in order to have that power. Knowledge is one way to have that power. Discipline is another way. But whatever we do, we must educate ourselves about it so that we are doing what's good for us. Step 3 is to use batch cooking and meal prepping strategies to make healthier eating easier and more convenient for you. When you have to make a 5-course meal every single time you eat, it might not work in your busy schedule. So if you have extra time, if you have space during the week when you know you're going to be cooking, then make a little bit extra. Instead of making a soup for 4 people that night, make a soup for 12, and then you've got 3 meals. Freeze 2. So that helps a lot. And I try to do this as much as possible. And when I do, I am so happy. And when I don't, I'm just reminded that I really do want to do that. And sometimes, once in a while, you're like, oh, wow, I have an hour. What should I do? Make some meals and stick them in the freezer. Really, really helps and just takes away stress from other days. So, step 4 would be to adjust based on how your body responds. So, pay attention to those shifts in digestion and energy, your mood, and fine tune your plan as needed. If you eat a healthy meal and you suddenly feel like you have no energy, back it up. Write down what you ate, and then take all of those ingredients out of your diet and start adding them back in one by one. Find the one that messes you up, take it out. Try eating it later in the day. You still feel exhausted afterward? Try eating it later. Still feel exhausted? Take it out for a while. Take it out for 6 months and then try it again, right? The only way to do this is to journal. There's no way we can remember all of this. Maybe if we were raised differently, but educated differently, how to use the full potential of our brain. But at the moment, writing is very, very important. So remember this. It is about progress. It's not about perfection. So just take it one step at a time and be kind to yourself along the way. There is the only reward for doing this and being consistent and giving our body everything our need. The only reward is a healthier, longer life for ourselves, easier ability to relate to others, and to get things done in our life, to fulfill goals, etc. So there's no pat on the back. There's no Golden Globe award, but not doing it, the reward is a sicker body, more more stress on yourself, your mind, your emotions, your body, and your family who has to help you more, take care of you. More time off work, more time at the doctors, more time complaining. Those are rewards that I really don't want. And so the key is to find out if I'm still living this lifestyle that's giving me rewards that I don't want, what is it giving me that I do want? And the problem with that is that oftentimes it gives us something to complain about. It's amazing to examine the why of how we feel. Sometimes it leads us to even, can you imagine, a fear of success? Wow. Lots of stuff to uncover. Really, really helps us, though, to become independent. So, how do we overcome common challenges? As we work towards adopting this anti-inflammatory lifestyle, challenges are going to naturally rise up. Yeah. And it's important to recognize that these obstacles are just a part of the journey. And the key to true success is learning how to identify and overcome them in a way that supports our healing goals. So let's talk about common challenges and how we tackle them. We have budget-friendly anti-inflammatory eating. How do we do that? We can buy seasonal and local produce. It's sometimes more affordable. It's definitely more nutrient dense and more bioavailable and appropriate for whatever our body is struggling with. So, first of all, buying seasonal is always more affordable. Um, Especially if things are naturally grown, let's say. Buying local produce, if you say, oh, it's more expensive to do that, check around. There might be some other local options that you haven't found. I was very happily surprised when I did that. And sometimes if it's just a couple dollars more, a few shekels more, it's worth it, right? I mean, if you spend $5 more, $10 more on your grocery bill, like that's not bad. You can buy even maybe a little bit less, because one of the things we humans do is we usually eat way too much. Way, 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 way more than our body needs. Okay. So, secondly, we can choose frozen over fresh when necessary. If you need to cut back on buying, if you need to, adjust that budget, buy locally for your fresh produce, and then things that you can, and then try to buy frozen organic. And then that will last you a little bit longer. It retains the nutrients better, and doesn't give you the negative aspects of buying canned food. We really want to avoid that when at all possible. It's tricky with beans, and so the key there is to just really learn how to soak beans and use them appropriately, because they always taste better anyways. And then we want to prioritize key supplements to maximize their benefits without overloading our budget. Now, the way that I do this is I add my supplement budget cost, my supplement cost into my food budget. And then that keeps me on track. And then if I pay attention, I can see where I need to make up, like if my supplement, the iron in my supplements is say 30% of my daily intake, then I know I need to buy extra beets. So I'm going to have those fresh, and I know I need to, add, and some greens. I need to add that in every time. So yes, this is so much work. I can hear it already. Okay, stop it. Again, like, this is the basic class. No, I'm teasing you. It is, but I'm just messing with you. There's so much more to learn. This is just the basics. Just again, start with one thing. Start buying only seasonal. Don't buy melons when they're out of season. Their nutrients is not the same, and it's not healthy. So, just do one thing at a time. That's why the journaling is so important to keep us on track. Because then we go back and we check, and we don't have to keep it in our mind and stress over what we're remembering and what we're forgetting. Okay. It takes the stress out of keeping track of these things. So get a notebook and put tabs in it to have different sections so you don't get confused and you don't get lost, and just make it really simple. And if you don't know how to do it, just look it up on YouTube or ask ChatGPT. Like, use tools that can simplify your life in order to help you be less stressed, because that means less inflammation, even in your brain. So stick to the plan when you're busy. Don't throw it under the bus, even when you're busy. If you're busy, just be more simple. Always keep healthy snacks on hand so that if you don't have time for a meal, you can make a quick shake and a snack and you have enough calories. Pre-plan those simple meals so that you're ready for the week ahead, even in your busiest days. And so that if something comes up that you weren't able to see ahead for, you've got something to eat and you've got something to feed your kids, and you don't have to go out to eat or grab pizza or something. Learn how to make pizza. Have your kids make dough. It's simple and easy and quick. And I mean, what kid doesn't enjoy making a pizza? It's so much fun, and it tastes so much better, and it's so much healthier. Then use doTERRA essential oils for flavor enhancements and health benefits. And it boosts your health benefits so much, and it just makes it easier to stick to your plan. So the most important thing is to just stay committed. And as we navigate through this transition, it's normal to face setbacks, but every challenge is this incredible opportunity to refine your approach and to stay aligned with your long-term wellness goals. So, how do you create a personalized healing plan? Now that we've covered the key elements of this course, it's really time to solidify your learning and to take those actionable steps towards lasting transformation. So for this final activity, I'd like you to create the personalized healing plan. And this incorporates dietary changes, whole food supplements, lifestyle adjustments, everything you need to be your best self and experience the benefits of this anti-inflammatory lifestyle. So this activity is all about mindful reflection, strategic planning, and setting yourself up for accountability as you transition into a more sustainable long-term wellness routine. Here's what you'll do. First, your daily supplement routine. Choose at least one doTERRA supplement to integrate into your daily routine. Think about how it will work with your meals and whether you need reminders to stay consistent. And what do those reminders look like? Are you putting up sticky notes on your fridge or on the table or on the mirror, or are you putting an alarm on your phone? Number 2, anti-inflammatory meal plans. Structure your meals for the upcoming week using whole nutrient-dense foods that support your healing, and consider what you need for the grocery shopping or meal prepping. And you can write on a piece of paper, you can use an app, you can use AI. Keep it simple. Don't get complicated. You can change everything. So start as simple as possible. 3, your hydration and detox support. Plan to include herbal teas, infused waters, or essential oils into your hydration to help your body detox naturally. 4, the mindfulness practices incorporate relaxation techniques, movements, and quality sleep into your plan. And these practices are going to complement the nutrition and supplements that you've chosen, and they're going to help you achieve balance on every level. This plan here is designed to be practical, achievable, and is tailored to your needs because you are doing it for you. So take the time now to map out your next steps and just set yourself up for success. You are worth it. And as we begin to wrap up this course, this is module 7, we've only got 8 modules. It's time to reflect on everything that you've learned from all of the modules. Even if it's just this one, okay, feels repetitive, but if you've been taking all of them, there's a lot to do. You want to reflect on what you've learned and see how you're going to implement this knowledge into your life before moving forward. And this is a very important step so that you have a foundation and an anchor and something to rebound off of. When you fall, you have your mission and your goal written down. You have your plan there. All you have to do is go back and look at it and meditate and reflect. If you don't have this, when you fall, because it's inevitable, we're human, it's okay. It's okay. It really is. When you fall and you don't have your healing plan, you might not even remember how to get started again. It depends. So it's worth it. So, number 1, you want to ask yourself, what are my biggest takeaways from this course? Reflect on those key insights that you learned that have resonated the most with you, and how can they positively impact your life? 2, you want to ask, what's the first change I'm going to implement? How can I ensure consistency? Identify one practical change you want to start with and think about how you'll stay consistent, whether it's a new supplement, a dietary shift, and a new daily habit. Make it something manageable that will set you up for success and that with some hard work and intentionality you can do. Don't set yourself up for failure so that you just have something to complain about as a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So what potential obstacles do I foresee? Come on, you know yourself. What's going to happen when you start doing these? What strategies can help me stay on track? It's really important to anticipate challenges and when at all possible, consider what might get in our way and how we can address those obstacles with realistic solutions. That's what we need to do. And then step 2, we need to journal commitment to change. Right now, get out your journal, take a moment to write down your thoughts. Share your insights with yourself, go over it again after you write, or share it with someone else. It really helps to talk about these things with others. It increases your radius of support, and it helps to solidify your dedication to your healing journey. When you share this with other people, whether it's your family, your girlfriends, whoever, it can help to provide additional accountability and support that you need. So remember that this is about your personal commitment to positive change. The journey is ongoing. Your body is going to change over time. The world changes over time. Food changes. So it's never going to stop. And so every step forward is going to bring us closer to a more vibrant, balanced version of ourselves, and one step closer to keeping us there as well. So, last activity is the wellness reflection. Now, this really just is incorporated back into making the wellness plan. And it's just things that more questions to ask yourself to help you in that. So you can take a screenshot of this slide if you want to. Some of these things that will help us is like, how did I feel physically and mentally and emotionally today? It's really important to see how food is affecting us in our physical, but also mental and emotional bodies. What food and supplements did I take? How did they affect me? We talked about that. And, did I notice any shifts in my digestion, my sleep, my skin, my inflammation, my interactions with others? So, we talked about some of these things already. It's just a good reminder that every day you're just going to take 10 to 15 minutes to track your progress in your wellness journal. And the goal is just to cultivate greater self awareness, identify patterns, and gain deeper insights into your healing process. Um, Take the time to journal and to write and to ask questions, even if you can only ask yourself one question, even if you only have time for one question, just create that habit. It helps to keep this healing plan very personalized and keep you very mindful and intentional about what you're doing and the progress that you're making. So, your homework. A lot of writing. That's basically your homework. Write. Here are things that you really want to pay attention to. So, we're going to finish up the module now. And this is your assignment for the week. And we'd love to hear from you next week what you've learned and what is helping you keep track of your progress. So, create your weekly meal plan. Focus on incorporated anti-inflammatory foods into your meals and think about those nutrient-dense options like leafy greens and berries, healthy fats, etc., right? And don't forget to plan ahead. Incorporate the one doTERRA supplement into your daily routine. Start with lifelong vitality, probiotics, right? Those are the two top things to start with. And reflect on your progress. After making your changes, take note of how you feel and really pay attention if there's improvement or not in digestion, signs of inflammation, etc. So, by completing this assignment, you're going to be able to see firsthand how your dietary and supplement choices are influencing your health and make it so much easier to stay motivated and make necessary adjustments. Thank you all so much for joining me for Module 7. It's so exciting. I can't believe we're almost at the end here. And of course, if you have any questions or about your health and you need guidance or you're curious about doTERRA products and how they can support your wellness journey, we are here for you. So please feel free to reach out. You can contact the team at Naturally Rooted NR support at protonmail.com. You can contact your class hostess after this recording. Reach out to whoever shared the video with you or your team leader, and ask what kind of additional support and guidance can I receive? We are very excited to support you every step of this way. And so just stay connected with us. Yeah, we are here to be that support for you. You can stay engaged with our community through these exciting opportunities like the WhatsApp chat support. We have questions and answers, tips, protocols, recipes, updates, etc. We have monthly meetups in different cities. Join us in person or on Zoom to connect and learn and share your experiences with others and learn from them as well. We've got Zoom calls for training and support. Participate in the ongoing sessions that are already happening. in order to deepen your knowledge and skills. We've got seminars and parties and events. Our team is very active. And our team is not active in order to sell products. Our team is active in order to support our wellness journey, which is lifestyle, diet, mental and emotional support, and correct thinking, good breathing, and supplements, and essential oils, and maybe Bach flowers, and tinctures, and it's not just buying doTERRA supplements and essential oils is not going to solve all the problems in your life. And we don't believe that, and we don't push that. What we are really here to do is to help everyone discover and start and continue supported in their personal wellness journeys. And we're just so grateful that doTERRA provides one of the best catalysts for that to happen that we've ever seen. So all future event dates are shared in our chats, and you can join our community at any time, and we can continue this amazing journey together. Now, on our YouTube channel, you can also find additional classes in medical and scientific research and product tutorials, and you can stay informed and continue that wellness journey with us through that YouTube channel, or by getting a free consultation to create your personalized path to vibrant health. So contact one of us here. I'm Avigail Sapir. There's also Jody, Ruth, and Elisheva. These are our main gals that are leading teams and leading people towards higher health. And of course, we have hundreds of people in the team as well to support and share and learn with. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. I'm so excited to hear from you next week, or in the chats, or in the meetings. How have you benefited, and how is your life changing since you started intentionally choosing your wellness journey and to be in touch with your body and to support it correctly in the way that it wants to work? Thank you so much. I'll see you next week, I hope, and stay tuned for more exciting trainings.